Welcome to another episode of the Part of the Pride Aston Villa Women podcast. We're finally talking about it, our first win of the season, and we'll be right back after our lovely intro to talk all about it. That was relatively seamless. There we go. And of course, I can never do this by myself. I'm joined by a wonderful panel this evening. There we go. We'll have some clapping now. There we go. For anyone who can't quite see because of the frame, I do have a baby on my lap. I'm not just talking to myself, and I'm not clapping myself either. Today, anyway, at this present moment. But yes, Tracy, Emily, lovely to see you. How are you?
Good. Yeah.
I'm good, thanks, Freya. How are you?
Good, yeah, really good, thank you. Oh, you want to be star of the show now, do you? Right, okay, hang on.
Hey!
We were trying... That's a lie, we weren't watching the match on Sunday.
Where's the Villa baby grow?
She's too big for it now. I need a new one.
Oh.
She's too big for it now. And the chat is working. The chat is working.
Oh, wait, how do I find it?
So there we go. Great point versus Arsenal. Hey, and that was a long time ago as well. We've won since then, Couture. But thank you so much for joining us on the stream this evening. So yes, the live chat is working. So put your thoughts in there, and we'll be going through all of the wonderful weekend. Yes, that's a light. Please don't tip that over. So the weekend then. Now let's talk through, because a couple of changes to the starting 11. So we had Kirsty starting up top with Ebony instead of Rach, because Rach having to then fall back into that 10, because unfortunately we have had confirmation this last week that Jill has ruptured her ACL. So we are sending all of our love to Jill, that her recovery is a smooth one. Yes, we are. So yeah, and probably out now for the rest of the season. Emily, were you happy with that lineup? Because I know it's a bit of a sticking point. Do we want Kirsty to start? Do we want Kirsty to come on as a sub? So yeah, what would you?
I mean, I'm always pleased to see her on the pitch. I think we adjusted based on the sort of expected result, if you know what I mean. Because like when we played Arsenal,
yeah,
I think we had adapted from when we played Chelsea and left ourselves with options to sort of match theirs towards the end of the game. And obviously with West Ham, you go into that match hoping that you're going to be ahead at some point fairly early on, or by half time or whatever, and so you won't then need that spark at the end of the game. It didn't especially work out like that, especially first half, but I can see why we started Kirsty and sort of went all out from the start.
Yeah, because it really was. It was a game of two halves, wasn't it? And Tracy, for you... Yes, I agree. Tracy, for you, West Ham had the better of the chances in those first 30 minutes, but just weren't clinical enough. Was there any worry that we could go behind at one point?
I think we were all talking about this, and we were at a little bit of a disadvantage, I feel, in that there was a lot of wind. And there were a lot of chances. There probably would have... Yeah, sum the game up in one word: wind. Yeah, there was a lot of it in the first... Well, because of the direction in which we were playing that first half. I mean, Kirsty missed a goal, which seemed very uncharacteristic of Kirsty to miss the goal. I actually watched the game back today. It was the wind. The wind blew that ball. And we all said that in the second half, it'd be a lot better for us. Because if I'm quite honest with you, I thought that we should have got some goals in that first half, but we did have that disadvantage. And we all said that, second half was going to be better because we'd be playing in the opposite direction. and they would have to suffer the wind
Yeah.
in the second half.
The
So they
first
should have
half,
made the most of it with their wind. Yes.
yeah, the first half reminded me of the game against Spurs, the Klopp game, in that sort of we were sort of evenly matched both teams, and it was just the fact that like West Ham didn't put their chances away. Because there were a couple of occasions where they had sort of shots from not very far out, and I think if they'd have been on target, they'd have been pretty difficult to save. So we got fortunate in that sense, but then obviously, like you said, when we have that second half sort of advantage of having the wind with us because it was super windy, like we capitalised on that rather when West Ham didn't.
There were certainly some goals that West Ham should have put away in the first half. I don't know. I mean, especially watching the game back today, they look like they're lacking confidence, and that's understandable because of where they are in the table and the results that they've had so far. And I think that reflected in the way that they play. Yeah, they just seem to be playing with a certain amount of lack of confidence. That was quite evident, really.
I'm quite liking how much confidence we're playing with at the back.
Absolutely.
I feel like the longer it goes on with us keeping like clean sheets or having such a good defensive record, it's just going to give them more confidence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
It's our usual if we haven't been playing badly, we just haven't had the points to really back it up. Thank you. Also, if anyone has tuned into the stream and can just see the baby hand coming into my ear, she's just discovered I've got earrings, so that's fun. And practicing her dad does. So there we go. So yes, it was. So I think Martinez should have scored, but she skied her chance. Issy always looks dangerous, doesn't she? I know. So yeah, so they're not being clinical enough, and I feel like if they were a more clinical team, then we might have been in trouble.
Yeah.
We might have been in trouble in that first half. However, towards the end of the half, that's when you were saying, Tracy, Kirsty had a chance, but it was that darn wind. And then we come out in the second half fighting, don't we? So we did, yeah. So we had the first of our subs. It was Miri, wasn't it? Miri came on first, around 60 minutes for Rach. I think, were they saying that was more about loading? Not necessarily to do with...
I can't remember. Somebody said at the game at the time that it looked like Rachel had sort of had a pretty hard tackle not long before she came off. I don't know if that was to do with it or if it was pre-planned. I can't even remember.
Yeah. Kind of manager. We talked to so many people on the day. But yeah, so Rach came off, Miri comes on, and then around the 60-minute mark, it happens, we break the deadlock, we get the goal. Now, this was, I mean, it's probably one of the more satisfying goals I think I've seen for a long time. So, Tracy, when this Kirsty Hansen rocket went in, you could just see on the camera in the background the whole Villa part of the stand just completely erupted. What was that like when it went in?
It was funny because Emily was sat in front of me, and so obviously it was a set piece, wasn't it? So Jill took the corner, passed it to Kirsty. Kirsty ran round Jill and booted it into the back of the net. And literally, like, Nick and Emily just turned round to me. I looked at them and we were like, what just happened then? That was the most magnificent set piece. Obviously, Sean Goater had a lot to do with that because Kirsty went and thanked him straight away afterwards, like gave him a high five. Absolutely. It was just a moment of beauty to see it. We were like stunned. Oh my God, that was absolutely amazing. It was brilliant.
Also, Claret and Blue fell on the floor.
Claret and Blue did fall on the floor. They were at that match.
In
They've actually come to visit today. Listen, can I just point out that Claret and Blue are not actually anything to do with me. Yeah, no, they're not. They're not actually anything to do with me, but they're here tonight. They've decided that they wanted to come and come on the pod. So they came round. Literally, they're nothing to do with me. Okay. They were at the game on Sunday. They asked if they could come, or the person who is dealing with them asked if they could come, and they came on the coach, and they had a fantastic away day with us. You've probably seen on socials. And yeah, they're here tonight. Like, you know, if you can have a baby, Freya, then, you know, I can have some cuddly toys.
The more the merrier, because Tracy, in case people haven't seen Claret and Blue on socials, kind of who are they? Where did they come from? How special are Claret and Blue?
Well, I'm sworn to secrecy as to who is actually responsible for Claret and Blue. So I can't tell you who's responsible for them. But yeah, they're avid Villa fans, as you can tell. And they're really interested in the Villa women. They almost went to Rotterdam, but they didn't in the week, just to see what the men were like playing in Europe. But they didn't go in the end. I think it was just a little bit too much for them. But yeah, they're really getting into the women's football, and they're absolutely loving it. And yeah, they've got their own Facebook page now. Nothing to do with me. Seriously, I'm being honest here. Absolutely nothing to do with me. But yeah, they're loving the Villa women experience.
No, I love it. And the mystery shall remain about Claret and Blue. But yeah, new mascots of the pod. Yeah, there we go. Fantastic.
Absolutely.
But then, of course, Torvi's got very excited about this next one. So we scored, we're 1-0 up, and 7 minutes later, we then double it, we go ahead. Because, Emily, we've been waiting for this set piece, haven't we? This free kick to go in. Because Lynn Vilms, how incredible of a player she is, we still quite can't believe she's ours, to be honest. Neither can Torvi. And from that moment that she stepped up, did you have a good feeling about this one?
As soon as I think it was Ebony won that foul in that position, like right at the top of the box, we were like, yeah, it's got Lynn written all over it. I think Lynn and OCM were both stood over it, and I'm like, there's no way anyone other than Lynn has taken this free kick. It's just not happening. Yeah, and then went in. It's been coming though. I think because the first game against Brighton, she hit the bar, and then she had that one against Arsenal that Daphne tipped over. It's been coming. So I say, just let's win all the set pieces at the top of the box.
Yes. And the ball goes straight to Lynn, and no one else gets a look in, because what a bit of skill that was.
Beautiful. Absolutely stunning.
And watching it back, the commentators couldn't believe it either. And it's like, see, we can do it.
I must have seen that goal about 50 times already by now.
So good.
Like just watching it over and on socials and rewinding it today, just watching it over and over again. Absolutely amazing.
It's just such a thing of beauty that we could get quite used to this, couldn't we? We could get quite used to it. I was watching
the interview that she did today, and she seems very, very happy at the Villa. You know, built up quite a strong relationship with the girls. She says that she's been made to feel really, really welcome, and she's really happy. And long may it continue, because if she's happy, that means more goals.
100%. And she dedicated a goal to Jill as well, didn't she? Which was a lovely touch. And you just think that's what we've known Villa was always about, that family environment and really sticking together through the thick and thin. Certainly not glory hunters. So to see that she's settled and just happy, and that we can attract that caliber of player has just been incredible. I do love that. Simon's in the chat. Evening, Simon. Argued in a pub as a West Ham fan, said it was a cross she looked up first. I'm assuming that's for
That's Kirsty goalie.
for Kirsty's one, and then says, "Only came claret and blue." Hey, Simon, we'll take it. Claret and blue are there. They're going to be for the rest of the episode. Don't you worry. But yeah, I mean, do we think the Kirsty one was a cross or was it a shot?
No, it was a shot.
It was a shot.
Shot.
Yes,
Absolutely.
the precision there, definitely
Yeah.
a shot.
That's
so
just
yeah,
Sour Grapes, I think.
Well, that's the thing. It's a West Ham fan. I mean, you've got 0 points. You're on a minus, what's it, 14 goal
16
difference?
now.
Minus 16 now, yeah. And you just think, what's going to have to happen? What's going to change to get them back on track? They did have a result last night. I don't know if people saw in the Sandwich Cup. He did get victory over Brighton, so maybe that's a bit of confidence that they've been missing. Couple more subs then, just to get your opinions. Georgia Mullet came on for Lucia Kendall at around 80 minutes, and then Sarah came on for Chastity in stoppage time for about 3 minutes. So, what did you make of that one? Was it just?
I thought so. The Georgia one confused me slightly because I would have maybe put, like, we were 2-0 up. I'm not sure I would have replaced sort of a more defensive midfielder with another striker. I can't remember what happened to the formation or sort of where everyone shifted. Because obviously Georgia was up front. I can't remember what happened and who shifted where. I remember trying to work it out at the time and also being confused. So I think maybe I would have switched those two subs the other way around. Like, brought Sarah on at that point to sort of shore up the defence a bit. Not that it needs it, but you know what I mean. You're 2-0 up, bring on
You just want to
an
hold on to
experienced
those.
player like Sarah Malin.
Yeah, hold on, make sure nothing happens. Yeah, absolutely. Because if you've got, who else on the bench? Well, we didn't really have much of a bench, and that was another thing we were talking about. Then where's all of our bench going?
No, it's mostly defence.
That's
I
it.
miss Sarah.
Hmm.
I miss Sarah Malin on the pitch.
Yeah.
I did think
Yeah,
as well that because Chastity went down, was that second half? She had a bit of treatment on the pitch. I think it was for a knee or an ankle or something.
Yeah.
And we were, at the time she went down, we were a bit worried. We're like, this is not happening 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
And then it was fine.
yeah,
She kept on, but yeah, I wonder if like maybe Sarah could have come on at that point.
Because she's got the pace, she's got the energy, she's got like that strength, hasn't she? So it's a shame that we didn't get to see more of her, especially when we have seen 2-0 leads suddenly disappear and you're fighting for a point. So it would have been nice to make a bit more,
Because I think
more independent.
I can't remember which match it was in, but we saw it in a previous match where, because obviously we're lacking in out and out attacking wingers, and so obviously because Chastity's playing at wing back, we've got loads of fullbacks available. So to pull a striker off and move Chastity forward, and then Sarah, or I think it was Noelle at the time, but Sarah could come on and then play that wing back role.
Yeah, that could be an interesting one. And that's the thing, with so many different teams coming up, there's at least we've got that enough depth to try something like that again, haven't we? To keep mixing it up.
That's almost because we're playing like three at the back. It's not like last season. It would be sort of two fullbacks competing for a starting position. It would be like Sarah or Noelle who's going to start. And now you throw in a third option with Chastity because it's a wing back role rather than fullback. So she's sort of maybe seeing less minutes because there's three players now vying for that one spot rather than two.
Rather than that. And hey, we've got a bit of quality.
It's got similar on the left, like with Paula and Maltby.
And that's the thing there as well, isn't it? Because initially we had, obviously when we still had Maz, it was a case of, well, who's going to start in that role? And now you're right, Maltby is doing a cracking job coming in and really showing what she's all about. And again, I know we said it last week, but Natalia really proven that she is about giving the youngsters chances.
Absolutely.
And they're proving it that they can be involved. I love that Sophie's put there. Kirsty said in her post-game interview she'd been trying it in training all week. It hadn't been coming off, but she thought she'd just give it a go. But that's it, isn't it? What we've been waiting for ages. Just have a go, have a shot, like try it. Don't try and, it was pretty damn perfect, but, you don't have to have that perfect angle, that perfect footwork ready. Just if you're in a good position, have a go. And that's, I don't know if anyone's been watching the Champions League matches the last couple of nights, but that's especially been, Chelsea's downfall against Twente, because they wanted
so
to
much
essentially walk it in.
Yeah.
They just weren't taking their chances, and you just think this could be a really great turning point for Villa to really show people what they're all about.
There were a couple of times even in that match on Sunday where you just like we sort of got a break, or had the had the jump on the defender, like so. Ebony was sort of that half pace further forward and was running with the ball, and you're just like, just shoot now, and she just left it sort of slightly too late, and then the angle's gone or things like that. So there's a couple of times where you think, I wish we would just have a go from further out.
Yeah,
because I think in general, like probably every game I've seen this season, we don't test the keepers enough. Like,
no, I agree.
It ends up being from set pieces or corners that the keepers are leaping in the air and making saves and coming out to grab the ball and stuff. Aside from that, I don't feel like we've had that many out and out shots where we've tested keepers.
I think that comes with confidence as well, though, and I think if we keep playing the way that we're playing, that confidence will come, and maybe that courage will come as well.
Yeah, but like at the end of last season, where Ebony and Kirsty were just on that run, and Chastity were on that run of just scoring, and it felt like every time they got the ball, it was just a possibility that they might stick it in the net.
Yeah.
We're just warming up.
Yeah, exactly. But it was that belief as fans as well, wasn't it? Like, it was such a lovely place to be in. Like, Chelsea's got the ball. Is she going to shoot? Yes. Is she going to score? Yes. Good. But hey, the big thing again that we keep banging on about, pieces have improved, and they have, and they're actually working, and we're trying things that are working rather than, we've tried that 10 times, it still hasn't worked, why are we doing it in 11th? Like, why do we keep doing it? But yeah, so incredibly happy with the team. And then it ended 2-0, first win of the season. And just looking at the stats, if you just looked at stats, West Ham had 12 shots, we had 11. They had 1 shot on target, we had 4. Possession was fairly split, fairly even. We had a slightly better pass accuracy, but that's about it. That's all. There wasn't much to really separate the two sides. And I think going into halftime at 0-0 was probably right. But then you've got to, as we keep saying, you've got to take your chance, haven't you? And we did. We took our chances. So we got our 3 points, and we've moved up, annoyingly, to 8th with that win. However, we're still above Everton, Leicester, Liverpool, and West Ham on 5 points. However, we do still have a game in hand. So very, very important to point out there.
And when will it be played?
Well,
there's a lot of controversy about this.
According to the app, after the season finishes.
No, but we'll be in the FA Cup final that day, so.
We'll be the what, sorry?
We'll be in the FA Cup final that day. We'll be at Wembley.
Yeah, so how can we play
exactly.
2 games on the same day?
No, not possible.
Imagine if we just go on a complete blitz of all the trophies and all the cups. I was just like, yep, we knew this. We knew this.
Got to manifest it. We've got to manifest it.
We will, and we shall. But just to kind of play what if, if we'd have had that game against Liverpool and won, we would be
Level
in
with
either
Arsenal.
5th or 6th place right now with 8 points. Right next to Arsenal. So that would be quite nice indeed. But we do still have that game in hand. So is there anything we've missed that anyone wants to talk about from that game?
I'd just like to mention the atmosphere was electric. It was brilliant. Everybody was in full voice. The acoustics in the cow shed that we were in were amazing. It was a really good atmosphere, and I think you can see that. I don't know whether you've watched the pitch side video. It was really, really good. Everybody singing together, and I think that helped the girls as well.
Yeah, I'd say so, because that was one of the first things I noticed watching it back. All you can hear all the way through is the Villa fans chanting and singing and really getting behind. And like I said, that roar when the first goal went in, I was like, yep, they're there. They're there in that corner. It is a bit of a sad stand, isn't it? That one, I was going. But it's got.
It is what I mean. Normally we're behind the goal, aren't we?
We had
so we're out in the elements, but they gave us shelter this time.
Hey,
they didn't think about the acoustics and how loud we were going to be.
Probably thinking, crap.
Yeah, they won't give it us again.
Keep them outside. We won't let them in. However, Nick always bringing us back down to earth, though. We have to learn to score through open play before we can have such dreams.
That was the point I was going to bring up.
There we go. Yeah, take it away.
The only thing in our... How many matches have we played? 3?
5?
4? 5?
4.
Oh, what, 4?
4.
We've played 4.
Is the... So Lucy's came from a corner. The ones in the West Ham game were obviously a corner and a set piece and a free kick. There was no goal in the Brighton game. And the Chelsea game... Is that the only goal? Ebbs's goal.
Yeah.
I think that's the only one we scored for open play. So yeah, just...
But we've had some close calls though.
Hey?
We've had some close calls.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
We just want to see them take shots.
Yes. Take shots, believe in themselves. And again, it comes down to that confidence, doesn't it? Like we mentioned earlier. But yeah, a very, very good run out against West Ham, who are struggling at the bottom. That minus...
I think it's only Chelsea and Brighton have conceded less goals than us, I think.
Yes, so Chelsea have got 3 against them. United have got 2.
Oh, and United.
And that's it. Brighton are equal with us now. 4.
I mean, we've played a game less, but that's still pretty good.
London City have 14 against them, and West Ham have 16. So yeah, there are some mad goal differences.
And also, I think I said this in the chat the other day. We've already played 2 of our toughest games of the season. You look at Spurs and you're like, oh yeah, you're sitting pretty in 3rd or whatever they are. But literally all of their games have been ones that across the season you say, yeah, they're games they would win.
Yeah, that they should have.
And they lost the one that you probably thought they'd lose against Man City.
Yeah. So just to kind of put that into perspective and double check. So Spurs had West Ham opening day. That was 1-0. Then they went away to Everton. They won 2-0. That was a bit of a shocker. Lost to City. You're right. Then they won against Leicester. Yeah. And then drew. No, they didn't. That's a lie. They won 1-0 against Brighton this weekend. But they shouldn't. They got away with it. I don't know if anyone else watched the highlights, but yeah, they shouldn't have. They shouldn't have won that game at all. It should have been a draw. I think they got away with without.
Whereas, we've already played one of our Chelsea games and Arsenal away, so
yeah. And Arsenal away is always a huge one, isn't it? For that one. So yeah, I mean, Sophie's happy with the defence. Good, so are we. Nick with an unpopular opinion, never. I'd like to have a better striking coach than Gorta. We've scored less since hiring him. Anyone got any thoughts on that one? Oh, we've got an Emma. Hello.
I think, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know who I'd hire instead. But
No, I don't know.
I do think, as I say, like, our defence has tightened up, and we always have quite a lot of the ball, and we pass it well, and blah blah blah, and then it's always that final sort of product that doesn't quite come off. Yeah.
No, I agree. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see who else is out there, maybe. But hey, we're looking increasingly confident. So maybe again, that's a rhythm thing. Just really getting going. Emma, would just.
I'm going to have to disagree on that. Sorry.
Oh, go on. Yeah.
Emma's gone.
Oh, Emma's gone again. Right,
No, I was just going to say, like, I don't know. Sometimes it's better I don't want to say devil, but it's better the person you have, because you don't know what else is out there. Do you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, you can't put all of the blame on the attacking coach. It's about the girls gelling. It's about the players. I mean, yeah, we've got a lot of young players coming in now, and we need to, they need to build their profile. I don't know why I can't speak this evening, but do you understand what I'm saying? We've got a lot of older players who might be coming towards the end of their time, and we've got a lot of younger players that are coming up, which is great. I think we just need to give them a little bit more time. I don't think we can put all the blame on an attacking coach. Let's just give them a little bit more time.
Yeah, no, that's fair. And we say the same about managers as well, don't we? It can't be perfect straight away. You need time to kind of make sure you're getting the best out of those players, and then if it still doesn't work, you can think about changing it. But
exactly,
we shall see. But hey, Nick, you never know what's around the corner. They might also get sick of it and want to change. But what do we know? But yes, so 2-0. Probably there weren't that many more chances that we could have maybe put away, maybe a couple of half ones. But yeah, overall, quite a good victory.
Sab's made another really good save towards the end. Can't remember who the shot came from, but it was like a sort of sideways leaping save. Goal?
Sabs is playing for a life at the moment.
I was going to say, can we just say again how the difference in Sab since she first came to the club to now?
Yeah.
Do you think that's got to do with the competition from Ellie Roebuck?
Yeah, I think they're sort of probably pushing each other to be better. Yeah.
Partly, but I think she's just grown into the team, and she's, just grown into the team and is more confident. I didn't realise, I saw an interview with her the other day, but it was more like a little clip that they showed of her speaking to someone. I can't remember who it was, but she's actually quite shy, I think. Well, she took quite a while to kind of come out of her shell when she first joined the club. Did you see that?
I don't think I did. But it's mad to think, isn't it? Because as a goalkeeper, we see her, shouting, with this big voice and things. So to hear that is really interesting. Also.
Yeah, because when she comes over and she talks to the fans as well, she seems really confident and really outgoing and everything. But she just mentioned that it took her a while to come out of her room, really, and kind of get involved in the social aspect of the team in the beginning. But yeah,
probably helps as well that I miss all the players that we let go last season, in like Dan and Corsi, and I know they didn't especially play that many minutes either, but it probably helps as well having a player the calibre of Lynn Wilms sort of
Yes.
playing ahead of you.
Hmm.
And I think they're gelling really well as a back three. Her,
Yeah.
Patsy and
Yeah.
Osi, they're really clicking and sort of
Yeah.
covering each other where they need to, and sort of when one goes ahead, even the whole team, to be honest, like sometimes Patsy will make a little run forward or stay up after a corner or something.
Mm.
And there's always like an awareness. Everyone seems on the same page about like, oh, she stayed up there, I need to go back and cover that spot and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I know it's just basics, but it's just like when you're
Yeah.
watching the match so closely like we are,
Mm.
it's nice to see the team all being on the same page. Because I remember last season when we played at the Emirates, in that game that we lost abysmally and it chucked it down, and I think it was Robert DePauw's last game. I can't believe I've just said his name. Anyway, we played that. I think that was the worst game I've seen us play, and it's just nobody was clicking, nobody seemed on the same page about what they were doing, and it's like night and day compared to that.
Yeah. I think I'd just burnt that match out of my memory, to be honest. It's only when you mentioned it, I was like, oh yeah, oh god, yeah. Yeah, but then you look at, like you said, you look at where we are now and you think, how is that the same team? Because the core of it is still pretty much the same, isn't it? We've only had, a couple coming in and out. So yeah,
I think
the potential.
that's where Natalia deserves a lot of props as well, about her sort of man management's the wrong word, obviously, but I don't know what the right word is. But like the people aspect of it, like
Yes.
almost, she's sort of a not quite as much as Carla was an arm around the shoulders type of manager, but you get sort of that vibe from her.
Yeah, she's
I'm
done
a massive
Bond.
I'm a massive Natalia fan.
Yeah.
I think she's got it right in so many ways. Yeah, I just think, the fact, I always remember when we went to the open training event, and she was on the pitch and she was training with them. She was there and she was running up and down. She knows what she wants, and according to everything that I've heard, the players all really love her. They all see her as kind of like a mother figure, and I think she's possibly got the coach. There's a line there between the coach relationship and the friend relationship, but there's a respect there, if you know what I mean. I just think she's amazing. I just think she's doing really, really well, and I think a lot of where we are today has got a lot to do with her.
Yeah, she's really pulling the best out of the players, because they were.
I think so.
When she took over, it wasn't a great place, was it? Really, to be
No.
from what we can see and what we heard. So yeah, she, and as Nick rightly says, she's a cheerleader. She's the team's biggest supporter.
Absolutely.
And Simon's saying there as well. Natalia seems to have given us an identity again. Yes. Yeah, I really like
Just
that.
so passionate.
Yes. And the way we've often commented on the way she is on the sidelines as well. She's always up and about and dancing and, jumping and
Very animated.
It's like she wants to like run onto the pitch and boot it herself.
Wants to get involved, yeah. And that's exactly what you need, isn't it? Now, and as Sophie's rightly saying, so much personality.
Do you know who she reminds me of? And I don't know whether it's a Spanish thing, whether it's a cultural thing, but she does actually remind me a lot, characteristically, of Unai. Her passion and her love for the game and for the team and for the way that she leads them and the respect that they have for her. She really does remind me of him. I mean, I'm not a massive men's football fan, but I do watch men's football occasionally. And, from what I've seen and from what I've read about him and just, watching his interviews and things like that, she really does remind me of him. I don't know whether it's a cultural thing or what, but
Yeah, it's that passion. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
The fact that everyone in the chat is agreeing kind of says the same thing. She has been absolutely incredible. Be great to get her on the pod one week, wouldn't it? And just talk
Yeah.
about how the transformation.
Give her a ring, Freya.
I will.
Get on the blower.
I'll ring her right now and I'll see if she's free next Thursday. But no, that would be incredible, wouldn't it? So yes, a very, very good victory for Villa away to West Ham. Now, coming up, match day 6, or our match day 5. We're back at home, this time to Leicester City. Leicester not having the best of starts, which again could work in our favour. They are currently sitting, hang on, my page is frozen. Leicester are currently sitting 10th on 4 points, so they're just 1 point behind us. But they have lost 3 of their last 4 matches. 3 of that's 5, really. So how are we feeling ahead of this one? Because Leicester last season, there was a bit of a surprise there that we weren't expecting, but we won't talk about it.
The game also was awful.
Oh God, it was awful. And we all kind of went, Leicester? Really? But completely different team. It's a new mindset. It's a new outlook. Tracy, how are you feeling ahead of the weekend?
Yeah, we've got a score to settle, haven't we?
We have, yes.
A 3-0 score to settle. I'm not going to be there, actually. So I'll be watching it from home. So, yeah, how am I feeling? It's always difficult, isn't it? Regardless of how they're doing now, you've always got to have in mind that last encounter that you had with them and what the result was. Do you know what I mean? It's always going to be there in the back of your mind.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'd like to think with the way that we're playing at the moment, that yeah, we're going to come away with a victory, but you never know, do you?
And that's the thing about Leicester. You don't know which Leicester's going to turn up, because obviously they've had a lot of issues off the pitch, but they did have Mouchon come back last week. She's the one who scored. She's back from injury now, so they could try and grind out a draw if nothing else. But Emily, how are you feeling ahead of the weekend?
Yeah, I think it'll be a tight scoreline. I don't see us free scoring loads of goals. I think I can see us keeping a clean sheet again. It'll just be like whether we find that
Like 1-0 or something.
Yeah, whether we find that moment from like a set piece or something, or something comes off and somebody has a go and scores. I don't think it will be like a 3 or 4-0 or anything like that.
Hey, she's back.
I'm going to say that Ebony's going to score this week.
She likes a goal at Villa Park.
Yeah, she had a couple of opportunities on Sunday that she possibly should have got. So I think she's going to pull it off this week.
Imagine if she gets like a hat trick now. That'd be great news. Emma, lovely to see you.
Hi, Emma.
Emma. Every time.
App was updating.
She did, but she... Oh, wait, hang on. Trying to speak, but the video's not there. Oh, hang on. Maybe? No.
Hello.
Oh, we can hear you. Okay.
We got a hello.
Got a hello.
Oh. Are you okay?
We're fine. Are you okay? Oh, it's in slow motion. Oh, Emma, I think we need to do get a nice little Wi-Fi booster and send it your way. Because Emma, we can't hear you or see you. You move every like 3 seconds, and that's the key that you're still here. So we'll keep going. and then if Emma's connection solidifies, then we can try and get her back.
I was gonna,
Oh,
I was just gonna say about what Nick said about, because we did play them in pre-season. I can't remember if it was it a 2-2 draw, or did we lose? I can't remember.
oh, I can't remember. Nick, what happened?
I can't remember what the score was.
Nick's got the memories. But yeah, I mean, like Nick says, on paper we should destroy them.
Pat couldn't
we
get a win.
the win at pre-season.
Something
Ooh, have we got? Hang on, have we got 2 Emmas now? No, we've only got 1. Right, there we go.
There's the water bottle.
That looks better.
Emma,
Yes. What's happened?
I changed my Wi-Fi.
hey,
Well,
there we
good.
go. Perfect. There we go. if only it was possible. But yes, good, Emma. Lovely to have you. We were just talking about Leicester at the weekend. How are you feeling about the game?
Pretty confident, to be fair, because Leicester are in a little bit of a rut at the moment. So hopefully we should get something. I mean, fingers crossed we should get the win, but we should at least get a point as long as we play well.
Yeah.
Because I'm not.
Yeah.
But then Leicester are a bit hit and miss. So I'm not sure. Depends on what Leicester come out. It's a bit like us last season. Depends on which comes out.
Yeah, no, that's true. And like we said, we don't know if they're gonna play, incredibly defensively and really frustrate us and get a draw. But yeah, it has to be at least a point, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not one we can afford to lose. Nick saying she thinks it was 1-1. So yeah, again, a frustrating pre-season
Tight
result,
game.
that one. Yeah. But yeah, it was just, I think we're on a bit of a high point at the moment. So hopefully that'll be enough to really see us through, get a few more goals in. And again, it'd be great if Sabs could indeed get the
We'll have
sheet.
Liv will be back at Villa Park. Liv McLaughlin.
Yeah, Liv McLaughlin, yeah. Still fuming that she signed for Leicester. She was going to come back.
Has she been starting? I haven't really followed them.
I know she's been playing. Can't recall off the top of my head if she's been starting. She got a yellow card the other week, I think. I remember that one. But yeah, I mean, so she's a presence. They have benefited from having her. So yeah, that'll be an interesting matchup for sure. Absolutely. I was going to say something. While I think of that, Emma, we have talked about the win at the weekend. Was there anything that stood out for you that you wanted to shout out and mention from the win? How was it for you?
Do you know what? I'm actually fuming because I watched the whole of the first half, which was pretty boring. Well, yeah. And then flipping I had to leave for synchro, and then those wonder goals happened, and my Sky stopped working, so I couldn't even listen to the match. So the whole second half I missed, apart from the last 5 minutes, and I'm actually so fuming.
This is
But
why
what I've
you
seen,
should
the
have
goals
come
were
to the game, Emma.
I have
This
training,
is why you should have
Casey.
been there.
You tell
I
her.
know.
Forget about training. You need to get your priorities right.
I know.
Football over
I'm
everything.
joking.
You know this by now. Football over everything.
I'm joking.
No, it's fine. I know.
But that is the annoying bit, that you got to watch the mediocre half.
Yeah.
When nothing happened.
Yeah.
So yeah, but hey, 2 wonder goals, and that's exactly what we said about. But yeah, Simon saying 4-0. Would you to give someone a stuffing?
I actually reckon we're going to win 3 now.
Not 6 now.
We're going to turn the tables.
We are, in fact. Let's get our table up at the minute. Right. So we've currently got. We've got a goal difference of 0 because we've.
I know,
scored
how good is that?
that? So let's change that. Let's score 10.
Let's make it positive.
10.
Yeah, 10. Why not? In fact, they can all just line up from different set pieces, and that can be.
That, the goal that Lynn scored,
Yes.
There were so many
That
people
was
in the
so
wall,
good.
'cause obviously it was pretty far. It was like not pretty far out, the opposite of that, pretty close.
Yeah.
So there were so many people in the wall, and then they had a player. West Ham had a player like half lying down, you know, when they lie
Well, we
to
saw.
when they jump.
Yeah.
But she had her leg in the air. I don't know what was happening. It was like she was doing some sort of lying down YMCA or something. It's very weird.
Was it Lynn's goal
Emma
or was
doing
it
a
Kirsty's
synchro
goal?
in back.
I can't remember. It
Was
was
it
one of the
Lynn's
two.
goal or Kirsty's goal where the goalkeeper didn't actually move?
I think that was Kirsty. She sort of just went.
Oh, that was quite funny.
Yeah, because
It was so fast and so hard.
I don't think she moved for Lynn's either, because it kind of just came
I
over the
don't
top.
think she did, did she?
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
See, but when you're going for that top corner though, there's nothing you can do, is there? No matter how good of a goalkeeper you are. So yeah, just the skill, and I hope the start of many more to come, indeed, because what a player that she is. Now then, I think that's pretty much it. But Tracy, I'm going to hand to you. Exciting news with the fan club, a new app.
Oh, yeah, we got an app.
Would you like to tell us all about it?
Okay, so we hooked up with Chant, which is an American company who run apps for supporters groups worldwide, and so we've got our own app now, powered by Chant. And if you would like to subscribe for a bargain of £5 per year, I'll say that again, a £5 annual subscription, okay, you can get the Aston Villa Women Fan Club app, and it contains news, events, schedules, fixtures, results. You can check in at matches, you can gain points, you can chat, you can upload pictures, you can shop on the store, you can get discounts with partners that we have. There's lots of stuff that you can do on there, which is a bargain for £5. You'll make your money back if you use the partners discounts anyway. And it's just a way of raising money for the fan club. Everything that is made by the fan club, as you already know, 100% of it goes back into the fan club to help reduce the price of away travel. We just give people an option of either travelling with the official Villa transport, or if they want to travel with another group, you can come and travel with us, because we've got our own transport, and that's what we do. We try and reduce the cost for everybody and make it all a bit more accessible to people. So that's what it's all about. We've got a new app. Did I tell you that we've got a new app?
I think you should tell us again. I think you should once more.
So if you want it, just go onto Facebook. The link is on there. Go onto Facebook, find the post. The link is on there. Click on it. Put in your information. You got the app.
Got the app, and done for a bargain of a £5 per year. What a good deal indeed.
There's actually a news article on there at the moment about this podcast.
So exactly, and you can go and read all about it and how we formed, where it came from, and of course all the exciting links that people might not know as well, which is
exactly.
Cool. Yes. If people haven't downloaded the app, please do so if you're interested, because it's really professional, isn't it? Not that we'd go for anything less, of course. But yes, it's very. It looks so good. So well, to everyone involved in the fan club for putting that together. Very, very good indeed. Right then, I think that only 5 golden coins. Yes. 5 English pounds goes towards the app. But yeah, I think that might be everything I wanted to cover this evening. Have we got any last comments or thoughts before we go, everyone?
I'm undecided.
Carrot and Blue have had a great time, by the way. They've just whispered in my ear. They've loved being on the pod this evening.
They've been the best mascots, yeah. They're welcome anytime. Yeah, Emily, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, I haven't yet. I really want a third shirt and I haven't yet bought one. And I'm undecided about who to get on the back of it. So,
Ooh,
Is that the blue one?
it's the
the
sort of
whitey tie-dye?
creamy coloured, tie-dye thing. I'm sort of leaning towards Missy at the moment,
Oh, interesting.
which is surprised
Oh,
even.
that
I would,
one.
if you'd have asked me last year, I'd been like, I would never. Not that I had anything against Missy. I just
Not enough to get her on the back of a shirt.
yeah.
Yeah.
But she's really impressed me this year so far. So.
Good. I might get the black one with Wilms on the back. That's where I'm leaning towards at the minute. I need to
Long
move-
sleeve or short?
Oh, short. Can't do a long sleeve.
Yeah, I don't like the long sleeve. I really don't like it.
No. This is why I'm useless in winter, because I love a jumper and a hoodie. Too hot. Can't cope with the sleeve. Can't do it. So yeah, I'm useless in winter because I just can't decide what to wear. So yes, short sleeve for me. So I'll be looking out for any seasonal discounts that come up on the Villa store. Tracy, if you could partner with the official shop, that would be great. Knock a few quid off of the back.
Don't think that's going to happen.
We can dream big indeed. Sophie's gonna go for a large teenager one, so I don't want to forget the sponsor. Yes, because the women's players can have their what's it, the Women's International.
I know. I would love to get a shirt with that on the front of it.
And yeah,
Do you know what?
yeah, go on.
I don't know this person, but my husband does. He had a Villa, an official Villa shirt, and he's part of a Lions group. Okay, and there's a person in there who takes the sponsors off, and you can put anything on. So like he's got Guinness on his, yeah,
Yeah,
with
so
the
I've
heart.
seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got Guinness on his. So he can take them off and it looks like it was never there. There's no like underlayer or lines or anything
Residue. Right?
like that. So if you've got one and you want it taken off, send it my way. I might be able to do it for you.
Yeah, there's people.
Well, not me
out there.
personally, but
Yeah, because if you think about it, they're just iron-on transfers. So surely there's
Yeah.
got to
yeah,
be unironed.
there's a way of getting them off. Yeah.
Hey, there's a whole new market out there.
Isn't it some form of like alcohol? Not drinking alcohol, obviously. I'm not pouring my vodka on it.
It's probably some kind of I don't know how he does it, but it's probably some kind of solvent or something that they soak it in and it like
Yeah, it's
just
kind of dissolved.
comes off. Yeah.
Hey, that could be a new venture indeed. So yes, because that's the thing, you don't want a big betting sponsor when your team of sport aren't wearing that. So yeah, if anyone from Villa is watching, we'd like the option, please, of not having that sponsor on. Just a blank shirt, because the blank shirts are really nice, don't they? We found this out last season.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
We didn't when we didn't have them. But yes, perfect. Right then, let's leave that there for this evening. A nice short one tonight, because when you've won, what else is there to say? It's been very, very great indeed. So thank you all for joining. It's been lovely. And thank you to everyone who's got involved in the chat, who watches this back as well. We're going to be putting our subscription handles up on the end, but remember, this is the part of the Pride. We are in partnership with the Whole 115 Yards and Aston Villa Women Fan Club, and again, you can find us all across socials, new apps and everything like that. So do keep a lookout for us, and do like and subscribe as well. On this podcast on YouTube, we're at 89 subscribers. So if you know anyone who hasn't clicked the subscription button yet, please make sure you do so, so we can get that nice little round number, and we're closer and closer to 100. So yes, and like Sophie says, fingers crossed for another win this weekend. We really, really do hope so. So thank you once again for watching, and if you haven't liked and subscribed, please do so.